Evening, Facebook. How are we? How is it going? It is Monday and it has been a busy, busy, busy day for me. Various meetings, viewings, all sorts of fun stuff. It's been good, 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 good. How has your day been? Been up to much? Tell me. So, in today's video, I thought I would just share my thoughts on something. About why biting off more than you can chew is not always a terrible thing. Now, what I mean by this, okay, and let me just disclaimer this is not advice. This is just an opinion, okay? So before anyone starts complaining that I'm giving people really irresponsible advice, I'm not giving you advice. I'm just giving you my thoughts, right? Sometimes we are presented with opportunities that actually feel like they are so far ahead of where we should be concentrating that if we were to go down that route, we would be biting off more than we could chew. And sometimes what happens is that creates a barrier, and so we don't do it. We decide, actually, we're going to bite off more than we can chew. It's going to be too risky, and so we're not going to do it at all. Now, to be really clear, when you do jump ahead and you do go for projects maybe that are big projects, and you're only kind of you've only done one single buy-to-let or something like that, the risk is huge. Yeah, the risk of it going wrong when you've got no experience is massive. But sometimes, actually, by just exploring the avenue that takes you down the route of biting off more than you can chew, even if the deal never comes to fruition, even if it never happens, the amount that you will learn on that journey will be massive. Yeah, you're going to learn so many things that you just can't learn if you always play it safe. So what I'm not saying is you should totally risk it all the time and go hard and, and kind of fuck the consequences. I'm definitely not saying that. But actually, sometimes when you're presented with an opportunity, it's important to think about how could we make this work? What help do I need to make this work? And if I need help from a particular sort of person or a particular company or a particular skill set, who do I know that could bring that skill set to the table that we could maybe collaborate with, so that actually the chunk that we're biting off becomes a smaller chunk, and that we share the risk with people that do know how to do the bits that you don't know how to do. For me, I remember back 3 years ago when I first started, I remember sitting in Starbucks. It was the 23rd of December 2015. I remember sitting in Starbucks signing the tenancy agreement on my first ever rent to rent, and feeling like that £925 a month that I've just committed to, and I could barely pay my own bills on my own house, was biting off way more than I could chew. How was I going to get £1,000? What if it all goes wrong? And I don't know why I'm holding sellotape, sorry. But I kind of did it anyway, because I felt like actually it was a calculated risk. I'd done the numbers and I was confident in the numbers. But at that time, I really felt like I'd bitten off more than I could chew, because I really had no idea what was coming next. I didn't know where to order my beds from at that point. I didn't know how to advertise rooms. I didn't know how to show a tenant around the house, how to get them to actually take the room off me. I didn't know how to do reference checks. I didn't know how to do right to rent checks. I didn't know how to do any of those things. But ultimately, had I not bitten off more than I could chew, had I not took the plunge, even though I didn't quite know what was on the other side of it, I'd never have the business that I've got now, because I'd have never done a single deal. And so sometimes opportunities will present themselves, big deals will present themselves, and actually you think, actually, this is ridiculous. Or you'll have investors that will approach you with big money, and actually you only needed 25 grand, but they come to you with 10 million. You think, well, that's way far away from where I need to be right now. But actually, what's really important is that you sometimes entertain these opportunities, because with those opportunities, you will learn 10 times faster than you'll learn if you always play it safe. Now, again, disclaimer, I'm not saying just jump into things without thinking about them. I'm not saying just go it alone and risk it and go. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that sometimes when you feel that fear and that barrier comes into your head and you're not sure what to do next, just ask for help, because actually when you bite off more than you can chew, you will learn at a far quicker rate than you will ever learn in any other environment. Because when the chips are down, you have to just get shit done. You have to make it work, and you have to figure it out. And so actually, sometimes it's quite fun to throw some of those crazy ideas, those crazy plans in there, and see where they end up. You know, sometimes it's a positive thing. You know, be sensible. Don't make ridiculous choices that actually you've not really done any research into at all. Definitely don't make those sorts of moves. But the times when you're presented with an opportunity and actually you can calculate the risk that you're making, that is when you're going to learn the most you could possibly learn. And that is when you're going to feel the best satisfaction of the project that you're doing, or the best satisfaction of the decision that you're making. It all lies on the other side of those choices. So I just want to share my thoughts on that. The reason I was thinking about this today is because I've personally been to see a project today which is huge, and I'm doing it in partnership with one of our masterminders, and there's some nervousness there, and I just kind of, like, it made me think about some things, and I was thinking, what are the times where I've definitely bitten off more than I could chew? Has there ever been any of those times? And yes, there's been loads and loads. And then I thought, I wonder if other people are feeling that. I wonder if other people are kind of hitting that barrier. And I believe that people hit that barrier and it actually stops you from doing things. And I don't think it should. I think what really needs to happen when you're about to bite off more than you could chew is that you get help with the chewing. Is that you ask for help, you ask for advice, you get good people around you, you build your team so that actually you're not really risking too much all at once, and that you can still progress and move on to the bigger and bigger, more interesting projects, which brings the bigger, more interesting money. So I'll share that with you guys. I hope you've had a great Monday. I'm tired. I'm not even going to lie. I drank too much beer at the darts yesterday, so I've had a bit of a headache this morning. So I am going to have an early finish today. So I'm off for the evening. I'm working from home today, as you can see. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely evening, and I hope you've had an amazing day. See you later. Bye.